going on, Manny? Don Gordard. CryptoClover. What's good? I am here in this rotating restaurant. Mace 415. Chilling. Don Gordard, missed you in Thailand. Yeah, you can see here. This is the restaurant. It's gonna rotate. Yeah, so I'm gonna set it up right here. So I've got my laptop here, as you can see. So just going over a little bit of the trends in the market. Oh, thank you. Great, set that right here. Cool, awesome. Soup. Yeah, that'd be great, thank you. Thank you. Awesome. So, just getting into some of the trending topics of the day. I wanted to talk a little bit about the volumes that we've been seeing with some of the trading, particularly in some of the Asian exchanges. BitThumb still dominating trading. If you're looking at the top trading pair, let me bring this around so you can see this. So we can see BitThumb is dominating the exchange, but this is, I mean, you're still seeing a million traded, or a billion traded with Bitcoin Cash in the last 24 hours. Ethereum, Bitcoin, Ethereum Classic. I mean, the Bitcoin Cash is trading more than Ethereum, Bitcoin, and Bitcoin Classic combined on the #1 largest exchange in the world. So that's an important trend to notice, and something that I really need to go out to Korea and find out a little bit more about the Korean market, as I haven't been there, only been through the airport. But you know, Bitfinex, a Hong Kong exchange, is trading, you know, the same pairs pretty much. Bitcoin Gold, looking all in the top 6. This is like completely dominating the trading volume in the largest exchanges right now. Bitcoin Gold, Bitcoin Cash, Ethereum, Bitcoin Gold, Bitcoin Cash, the USD, Fiat. I mean, these are the huge trends that we're seeing. Korea. So right now, you're not seeing any of these other smaller alt currencies really coming even close to the volumes of trading of those 4 particular altcoins right now. Just the amount of volume that those are doing together is pretty much dominating the trading. Let me see if I can bring this in and kind of give you guys a little bit of a better graph. So let's look in the last week here. Yeah, so this is see a little bit here with Bitcoin. Bitcoin is currently doing about 51% of the volume, Ethereum at 17%, Bitcoin Cash at 10%, and we don't have Bitcoin Gold on here at the moment. I guess it would be kind of lumped together in other, which you know, hopefully they'll maybe give another section, because it is starting to. If we take a look at the trading volume of the currencies, you can see that you know, Bitcoin Cash 18%, Ethereum 17%. That's 35% right there, plus another 4 with Bitcoin Gold and Ethereum Classic. So you're looking at roughly 42% of the trading is in those 4 currencies, and then along with Bitcoin at 35. That's a pretty substantial part of the market. So that's kind of what we're seeing right now. Check in with. That's the top of the world in Vegas. This is Vancouver, but yeah, it's a nice view here. Nice thing about traveling. I was just in Seattle. Did 4 live streams in 4 different countries. So starting in Manila in the Philippines, then going to Korea, and then Seattle, and Vancouver. So it's at least something I can give you guys a little bit of insights into my travels. So I wanted to take a look at the altcoins a little bit. So I'm going to change this to Bitcoin. So we saw a huge rise with Bitcoin Cash in the price. It's kind of crashed down a little bit, but the lady looked at the camera. Ethereum up 12%. It's really come up. The same with Ethereum Classic. You've seen huge jumps with those two. Bitcoin Cash has come down after we saw a huge rise. Ripple, Dash, and Litecoin, Monero. All of these are staying fairly steady. Litecoin's come up a little bit, but this is all comparative to Bitcoin. So IOTA still coming down a little bit after we saw quite a bit of a rise with that coin, Ethereum Classic. Moving into kind of the mid-market altcoins, Lisk and Zcash are up a little bit, along with HShare. EOS has come down, and BitConnect is still kind of holding fairly steady with these two kind of flash crashes that we saw not too long ago. So, yeah, I'm really interested to see the Korean perspective as to why we're seeing so much trading with that particular pair out there in Korea. Because if we're looking at the exchanges and the ones that I'm kind of looking at, BitThumb, Bitfinex, Bittrex is more of an American exchange, but BitThumb, Bitfinex, CoinOne, Binance, Corbit, all of these exchanges, Bitcoin Cash is really dominating the trading volume. All Asian exchanges. Kraken is a little bit kind of, it's a little bit harder for me. I don't really understand where their central server is. I guess it's kind of like a UK thing, but they have, I guess they have maybe their servers distributed a little bit. The exchanges that I've seen that are doing a lot of this volume are all in Korea, so they must have much better regulations and openness to new technologies in that sort of realm. They're doing more than their own national currency in terms of volume of trading on a 24-hour basis. Ethereum. Oh, this is an interesting one. Let's take a look at this. This one saw just come on the radar here in Binance. So this is Quantum Stamp. It's come up a little bit. So let's see if we can bring this up. Quantum Stamp. 7 days. So this one has just come on the market. Looks like it just entered. Looks like yesterday or 23rd. Where is it being traded? Binance, Huobi, Ether Delta. So it's got a little bit of distribution, mostly in Binance with BTC. But that's an interesting one. Market cap is about 100 million. So that one really kind of jumped up out of nowhere. So it looks like a lot of money came right behind this coin, not too long ago. The volumes have come down though. So I would anticipate a little bit of a drop in price, but that's one to keep on the radar. That might be an interesting coin to get into. Yeah, anyone else getting really bad quality? It seems like the internet is not doing as well here. Do you know why the Google App Store isn't on the BCC homepage? I'm not sure why the BCC homepage would put a Google app there. Maybe they're anti-Google. I'm not really sure. So is the BCH wallet back to stay on BitConnect? No, it's they took it off. They're trying not to cause any confusion with people new to the platform. Once you start getting into Bitcoin Cash, I think that's in Bitcoin Gold and these different forks. How do you see Bitcoin Gold in 2018? Is there a possibility it surpasses BCH? It's on a different proof of work algorithm, and that's kind of by design. It has a lot of potential behind it. It can go as far as the development team really starts to invest into making it a little bit more widespread. But you're seeing quite a bit of market adoption right now, and that's why I think I put about basically 3 days ago. I was saying, if I were to put money in the market right now, I would have put it in Bitcoin Cash and Bitcoin Gold. I see those two really performing. Ethereum was kind of another one that was, you know, just waiting for kind of a time to have that breakout. It's right now at 466. It's come up a lot. But if we can bring in Bitcoin Gold, let's see here. So it's not giving us a market cap right now, but it's done $500 million in trading in the last 24 hours. Look at this, $500 million in trading. So looking at the markets, Bittrex, Bitfinex, hits BTC, Bitfinex, hits BTC, Bitcoin Indonesia. That's an interesting one. Let's take a look at that. CoinNest, Binance. So some pretty decent sized exchanges. This is Bitcoin Indonesia. Boy, it's doing a lot of trading. 36 million. But anyways, yeah, Bitcoin Gold, it is primarily in Bittrex right now. If we're looking at Bittrex, I believe it's the #1 pair being traded in Bittrex. Yes, yeah, Bitcoin Gold, Bitcoin Cash are dominating those exchanges along with Ethereum and some of the other pairs. So you can kind of see Bittrex is really has surpassed Poloniex as kind of being that more reliable platform to trade on at the moment. So it's you know, it's interesting to kind of see where these are going. I think what you're seeing right now is you're seeing a lot of money being condensed into some of the larger market cap coins in the alt currency market, because we've really seen this huge surge in Bitcoin, and a lot of that had to do with the forks. And now that we're kind of past the entire forking phase, now that we're getting into a point where you're getting a little bit more liquidity that's kind of moving into the alt currency market, and the market as a whole is continuing to grow. I mean, we're sitting here at 262 billion market cap. This was a little bit higher just the other day. Let's see if I can see. I mean, the last 7 days has been pretty amazing here. Let me show this to you guys. Last 7 days in growth in just the total market capitalization of all altcoins. It's just really come up. The volume of trading has really come up. If we look at, you know, just the last month, you're seeing just a real pretty good line here of adoption, and it's coming in the last 3 months. So a little bit of kind of a down period here in September, and now you're seeing a pretty strong, healthy surge with a lot of volume trending behind it. So that's kind of where I see some different things of the market. Interested to hear kind of some of your guys' perspective. Let me bring this in here. Are you planning to move to Asia full time? That's kind of the idea. I mean, I want to find a central place to put like an office, a bot server, and I think that the regulations are going to be much better over there. It's probably going to be much. I won't have some of the same worries. So I'm still kind of trying to work that out. But that's kind of the plan, is to look into some of these other Asian countries. And the nice thing about Asia is that's really where the volume and where the activity right now with cryptocurrencies is. I don't really see myself staying in the States, because it's not where the action is right now. You know, if you want to be a YouTuber, you want to do kind of like lifestyle videos, or you want to do some of those things, that's great. That's kind of more the American thing to do. But the majority of the trading volume in cryptocurrencies right now is in Korea, it's in Hong Kong, it's in the Southeastern Asian countries, it's in India. You're seeing it all in Asia. You're not seeing it so much in Europe and some of these other places. Please take your dog with you. Yeah, I'm still really trying to figure out what I'm going to do with my dog, because apparently now she's diabetic. I don't know if that's the whole truth. I got to talk with a veterinarian about that. She's doing pretty well right now, but her health kind of fell apart when I left. So I don't know how much of that is. I just don't know. I have to look a little bit more into her health. Dogs come first. Yeah. Have you ever thought about renouncing U.S. citizenship for tax reasons? Yeah, I'm actually looking into that. Glenn is probably going to end up doing that with the amount of money he's making with BitConnect, and he's going through Andrew the Nomad Capitalist is kind of helping him with setting that up. I think he's getting citizenship. Like, that was when he was in Singapore. That's the kind of thing he was doing. He had to go to the hospital and get some different documents and things like that for citizenship. There was a few different islands I think he was looking at. There's different ways to get citizenship in some of these different countries, or even business visas or things like that. So the big one that Andrew the Nomad Capitalist has been on is Cambodia. He's saying that's a really good place right now if you're an international guy to want to start a business. Seems like taxes and a lot of the it's very kind of a little bit more open to things like that. So we'll see. I've got some connections in Cambodia, and I've yet to head out there. So that would be, it'd be a nice little trip to kind of see what kind of the climate is over there. Oops, let me see if I can. Aside from BitConnect and the usual coin trading, and what else would you recommend on crypto ventures and investments? If you can buy and hold, that's typically the safest strategy. If you can get into mining, that's another good one. I want to do a little bit more in-depth things with mining. See, with mining operations, you're essentially kind of investing into getting more Bitcoin. You could take the money and buy Bitcoin, or you could take the money and invest it into mining, and essentially you're getting that that return on investment over a longer period of time. But it's it may end up being a better long-term investment. The mining operations are something you kind of really you really should go out and see it for yourself, or you should possibly just really do your homework. I've seen a couple people invest in mining operations. I'm a little bit you don't really know if they're mining or what they're doing. You really have a website, and you may have some information. So you got to be careful on that one. That could be one that, if you're not dealing with a reputable company, that could be something that might be a very risky platform to get into. So when I get into mining, I'm looking at it a little bit more long term, and that's why I've typically recommended gigawatt mining as my mining operation that I would like to invest more into. It's just it's a little bit difficult with kind of how they have things set up right now. But it's basically a 50-year contract is the way they have it set up. So you're mining for like 50 years. It's essentially a lifetime contract. And that also gives you a little bit of security, because no matter what happens in the cryptocurrency market or whatnot, you're always mining, you're always making cryptocurrencies. And so that's a really good thing that I would recommend. It's saying poor connection here, and I apologize if my stream's cutting a little bit in and out. How high will Bitcoin Gold go? Asked Yellow Ducky. Let's see here. I mean, I see it going in the thousands. I really think that it's going to start to see some of the same activity we've seen with Bitcoin Cash. Right now seems like a really good time to buy in. I think that it's going to be very volatile, much like Bitcoin Cash. Bitcoin Cash is very volatile, and actually it ends up being one of the best currency pairs to automate trades on. Because of that volatility, or if it tends to trend in one direction for a long period of time, where you can continuously short the coin, and then it kind of bottoms out or whatnot, and then you start to see a big surge in price where it comes back up. You can make a lot of money on those. 105 coins at 290. Yeah, I think that's a smart move there, Yellow Ducky. I think I would hold them. Maybe if you saw like a huge surge in price where it seems like it's very overvalued, that might be a good time to kind of cash out and then see if the market corrects. But I could see it really trending over 1,000 here in the near future. Are you invested in EOS, and if you have, you registered your tokens? I do have some EOS on Bittrex. I haven't registered my tokens. I'm not too familiar with the registration process. I'll have to look into that a little bit. Unix, Numiv, Envision, and ETH Connect. All these kind of different, yielding platforms? Are you looking to invest in any ICOs, and which ones are you interested in? Yes, I mean, I've talked a little bit previously on some of my streams. I'm not, there's a lot of, I think, due diligence you need to do with ICOs, and there's a lot of information. I really only would feel comfortable investing in ICOs if I were to meet some of the people that were associated with the company. So perhaps at this blockchain event, I meet some interesting projects that are doing ICOs, and maybe that's something we look into. The phone app for BitConnect Android. I haven't used the phone apps or the the downloadable apps. I really don't like them. Perhaps it might have a little bit more utility in the future, but with as far as BitConnect goes, I think the just pulling up BitConnect in a web browser on your phone is the best way to go, and I actually do that quite a bit. I think that's better than their little application. The application might be good if you just wanted to check price real quick and you don't want to log in. But then again, you can also just put in the website and you get a lot of those prices right up at the top. So, I typically want to check prices to see if sometimes you see big surges with BitConnect's price where it might come way up, and that might be a good time to actually log in and put in a loan or sell into Bitcoin, just depending on kind of what's going on. It used to be a little bit easier to kind of monitor that activity with the previous charts that they had on the website, and that's something they changed, so it's a little bit different now. You have to have a little bit more understanding of where the price is in comparison to Bitcoin, and is it trending in the same direction or not. Your stream shut down. Yeah, I got 3% on my phone. I saw a Neo Connect the other day. There's so many BitConnect wannabes, and they all look dodgy as fuck. Yeah, I agree, man. That's why I might get into them, if I see a little something from them. But they got to prove a lot to show me something with BitConnect. So I'm gonna give you guys a quick little tour, and then my phone's probably gonna die. Oops. Yeah, but this is a nice restaurant here. You can walk around the outside. You got a nice skyline, city view here in Vancouver. We got some people waving. So I'm going to bring this around so some of these people, there's a lot of people sitting up here and having their dinner and whatnot. It's nice. Thank you. My phone is about to die any minute. I've noticed that BitConnect is not logged onto my phone browser. If it does, it takes about 2.5 hours. Not as familiar with that. Downtown Vancouver.